I'm going back to Massachusetts.
So really, really cool how they just have these transitions from the lead vocal, which is so vastly different in terms of the pitch versus the harmonies.
Yeah.
It feels like it's two different singers.
Yeah.
You know? It's so cool how they just contrast so much, and adds this like melancholic feel, this longing feel, this missing home kind of feel.
I was gonna say, to me, I almost get like a homesick vibe of like I want to go back to
but that's
Massachusetts
and San Francisco, right?
Telling me I must go home.
Listen to this when they all start singing. It's just like such a beautiful melody. Like the combination between their voices is purely perfection. I don't know, I just love when let's just say when singers are being so humble and so modest.
There's this beautiful concept of going back somewhere that you romanticize in your mind, and just the instrumentation in the song and the lyrics, it's so beautiful, and it is just, you really get this feeling of like traveling on the road and trying to get back to where it is that you came from, and this idea that you left behind, and this thinking and kind of pining for this thing that you left behind. It's such a beautiful song. Let's keep
Imagine
going.
three brothers with perfect voices and songwriting ability. We will never have this again. I really fell in love with this song back then, and now that I'm old, the charming voice of Robin is totally unique and awesome. I still love it. Isn't it amazing how they sound the same live as they do in a recording studio? Absolutely awesome talent. This brings a tear just knowing this will never be again. Harmony at its best, it feels like no one else can imitate Robin's voice. It's so unique and stunning.
Guys, pardon me for pausing this right here, guys. I know you're in the mood to sing. Guys, I'm really sorry. This is really incredible. I stopped your flu. Sorry. Like, Bee Gees does this every time. Like, they put you in a mood. Like, you always, guys, want to keep on flowing with them. Like, you want to keep on flowing with them every time. And I love that from Bee Gees. This is so salting to my ear to hear, guys. I am intrigued. I am overwhelmed, sorry, pardon me. I'm really overwhelmed from hearing this. Guys, I always enjoy hearing Bee Gees because of the energy they add to it, guys. Their slow and tender voice melts your heart. Like, it just melts you out. You just want to flow with them. You just want to pay more attention. You just want to nod your head. You want to keep on hearing from them. It's like just wait words they use. Like, it's really, really captivating.
What I enjoy most about
I don't know if I mentioned this so many times, but I know the difference with the voices because Robin has his own unique voice. Barry, I don't know why, but I just love Barry's voice. He has like a high-pitched voice. I feel like his voice is more high-pitched. Yeah, so Barry and what's his little brother name? Andy? Yeah. Barry and Andy, they both sound alike. If you get a chance, go back and listen to Andy's songs. You hear that they both have a similar voice. Robin have his own different voice. I still have yet to hear, what's the other brother's name? Marquise? Is it Marquise? Yeah, Marquise. I have yet to hear his voice.
I'm going back to Massachusetts.
How's that possible? They always make me cry. Because it's just so beautiful. I mean, Robin's voice is just so beautiful, and they're harmonizing.
That's what I was thinking. It's every time they started harmonizing together, it just gives me chills.
It does. And Robin has this very sad quality about his voice. He can sing sad heartbreak songs so well. I can't help but to tear up a little bit when I hear his voice, especially with these kind of more somber sounding songs, because It just gets to me. His voice just really gets to me. He's so good at singing these, you know, kind of slower, you know, type of songs. It doesn't need a lot of fancy instruments and fancy sounds because his voice is like the instrument that you need for the song.
That was so good. This was mind-blowing. This is the first time I'm actually hearing him sing, and his voice sounds so beautiful. It sounds so breathtaking, and this is also the first time I'm seeing the Bee Gees sing and play the guitar. They did such an amazing job. This was so good. Their voices was so beautiful as always. I loved everything about this song. I enjoyed every minute that it lasted. It was so good. It was so amazing. This song was so good. It was
for
so
you
good.
right there. First time ever listen to this song. Overall, that was beautiful. Especially, I like how he closed the song out with that high, long note, though. Like I said, it felt like he hold his heart in his hand while singing that last note. That was crazy, bro. It makes me want to visit Massachusetts. I've never been there. Sounds like a nice place to go. But obviously, they performed this in Australia. They had fans all over the world on to be doing concerts all over the world like this. Overall, that was a 10. I'm not going to say that.
That was it.
That was it, like you said. What can you rate this? 1 through 10. 10 being the best, 0 being trash. What can you rate
I
it?
gotta give it a 10. This was so authentic. It was excellent to hear. They had great harmonization. And it made you want to just like slow dance. It made you want to hit a two-step right quick.
Yeah, like I always talk about like songs that make me feel like I need to be on a road trip, but like I can see myself driving to Massachusetts playing this song. This is like the theme song of Massachusetts. Now I know for a fact it has to be. So put in the comment section if this is popular in where you live at. I love you guys.
I feel like that was one of the most beautiful live versions I have ever seen of any song. So much control in their voice. The harmony, absolutely perfect. At the end, I think it's funny. I call Robin's voice angelic, and then this happens at the end of the video. It's like heaven's gates are opening up, you know, for us. That was incredible. I could listen to that over and over again on a loop. It's so clean, it's so smooth. They do it so effortlessly. Wow. Our generation is missing out on so much great music. I feel like
Woo! Hey, they got the dudes got the amazing holier than thou voice. Like the last song I reacted to them, they were all on the same mic, recording at the same time, fire. Then they got the beautiful ladies back there with the heavenly voices. Them just mashed together is making this like a look. I could listen to this. I probably fall asleep like a baby. Rock my baby on a treetop. When Big Holla hear this, he's okay. I couldn't finish the rhyme. Like these people had talent. Nowadays, I'm sorry to say it, but there's some people out there that's singing that when you go to their live performance, that studio track don't sound nothing like that live performance. And that live performance be boo-boo. Okay, I don't know if there were artists like this back then. Obviously, everybody knows the story of Milli Vanilli. But hearing them live.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a performance short and sweet and extremely talented. I could tell they could just switch it up whenever they want, you know, because they got R&B. Then they could do other tracks. I feel like they're one of them the type of group that they could play with different genres, right? They could go and they could play with different genres and still just sound amazing no matter what they do, whether it's pop or, you know, they go do K-pop today, probably still at their ages, and still go be phenomenal. You know, they told a quick story in that Massachusetts song, and you know, talking about like hitching a ride to San Francisco and the lights going out when they left her on her own. I mean, you know, you really tune in, you listen, it sound like mature music, you know.
Barry, Robin, and Maurice wrote The Islands in the Stream song and got a huge success for Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. I really loved Bee Gees, and hearing the tragic end of their era broke my heart as well. I don't know what really happened to the music industry, the lyrics, and all. It doesn't make sense in my own opinion. The Bothers Gibb was a gift to all of us. They were awesome, and we can still listen to and watch them thanks to technology. The one and only group that can make this kind of music. It makes me feel so sad that some of the group have already left to heaven for good, but their music will linger forever in the hearts of us. Massachusetts was playing in my teenage local disco. I've never forgotten it, and the song always reminds me of that moment. I've always loved the Bee Gees. It seems like just like yesterday, we were talking about this group like we would be talking to them about the music that they sang, and it would make you cry, because it was so beautiful, and it was. Because I have cried at times when I was listening to the song.